First at 5, testing delays and schools. Those were the major topics during Governor Raimondo's weekly press conference today. I'm Shannon Hagee.
I'm Mike Montecalvo. The governor also fielding questions about the president's plans for extra jobless aid and where Rhode Island stands in the application process.
Eyewitness News reporter Kim Kalunian joins us live in Providence with the details. Kim?
Well, Shannon and Mike, two of the biggest issues Rhode Islanders are currently facing, struggling to make ends meet and also wondering what life will look like when students return to school in just 3.5 weeks. Today we heard from the governor and education commissioner about both. Governor Gina Raimondo says state leaders spoke with the federal government yesterday about how to get the ball rolling on President Trump's new plan to disseminate another round of money to unemployed Americans.
We've reached out to FEMA, we've reached out to the Department of Labor federally to figure out what is it, what is the process, what is there.
Raimondo says it's still unclear what the state would be eligible for and how Rhode Island would afford it.
It could be a $10 million a week cost for Rhode Island, and it's not clear whether we could use our federal COVID money to fill that.
This as the state weighs how to get more people back to work, particularly parents lacking child care if students cannot return to their physical classrooms.
Many families have to go through the choice to either stay home from work or jeopardize putting food on the table, or worse, leave their kids home unsupervised. I want us to all remember that choice is a luxury that not everyone has.
While the education commissioner and governor are aiming for in-person learning come September 14th, Raimondo is not under any illusions.
There are going to be children that get the COVID virus. There are going to be professionals who work in the building that will test positive.
The state unveiling its 3-tier approach to COVID cases in schools where, depending on transmission and the number of cases, schools could continue as normal, move to a hybrid model, or change to full distance learning. And today, the governor and education commissioner were also asked about safety, particularly if students have to move their classrooms outside. The governor said they will do everything to ensure that outdoor learning is as safe as if the children were inside of the school buildings. The governor also said they're working to distribute PPE to all districts. Live in Providence, I'm Kim Kalunian, Eyewitness News.
First at 5:30, we have been inundated with your questions about if and when Rhode Islanders will see more money in their weekly unemployment payments following President Trump's executive actions.
Some states say they've already distributed that money. Eyewitness News reporter Kim Kalunian was at the governor's briefing today and asked about this issue. Kim?
Well, Mike and Shannon, today I asked the governor why Rhode Island hasn't yet joined a handful of other states in applying for this federal grant money that's meant to bolster unemployment benefits. And while FEMA says it's already approved the applications of some states, the governor argues there is no real application process. Take a listen.
They haven't actually applied because there's nothing to apply for. They have made public the fact that they are interested to learn more. And as recently as yesterday, we were in touch with the Department of Labor federally to try to figure out, and FEMA, to try to figure out what is it. So although I wasn't in the press release, we have just, again, recently as yesterday, we've reached out to FEMA, we've reached out to the Department of Labor federally to figure out what is it, what is the process, what is there. And we don't yet know how it would work, how much we'd be eligible to receive, who would be eligible.
And Raimondo also told me the state's rough math shows that it would cost Rhode Island about $10 million a week to implement this program. She says it's unclear where that money would come from and if the state could use federal coronavirus relief funding. Live in Providence, I'm Kim Kalunian, Eyewitness News.